Hello, here is a tutorial about Ableton. This is running Ableton. It's most likely going to look like this, then you just open it. I'm going to talk about interface of Ableton a little bit. You may notice in the corners these triangle things. It's things to collapse or extend multiple panels. So this is the bottom panel, this is the help panel, which is very useful, and at the beginning I would recommend to run it all the time, because every time then you hover your cursor over something, it gives you pretty good explanation how to use it, keyboard shortcuts and so on, and these triangle things expanding or extending stuff. And also you may notice here sort of the switch. So it's like a switch between live set and track view. And what I kind of like, I played around with stuff, and I do not like too much the live set. I always go to this view and do things from this view, but Ableton Live called live, so I guess it's more like they kind of pushing this feature, so by default it goes here. What I do, I just go immediately here, and you can actually switch between them by pressing tab key. It's very easy to switch. And one more thing, if you just freshly new installed Ableton, it has pretty nice help and sort of a tutorial. So to show it, I don't know, this opened the manual. Help you, yeah. So you go to help you, and most likely you would see it like this. You can just go through this tutorial. It's very detailed and explaining a lot of things. And I would actually recommend to go through it, like for example, creating beat, or it's very simple to follow, and you just read the text here and just do things like a monkey, and just learning stuff. So recording audio, creating beats, playing software instruments, you go through it, and basically you know 99% of Ableton. If you by accident closed it, just open it. It's great. It's helped me a lot to get on speed with Ableton. Also, this thing, just keep it here and just like pay attention to this thing. If you lost, it will help you a lot. Let's go here. So I like this way to working with Ableton. Then I'm creating some music tracks, navigating through this thing. So you can see here, this is the sort of a timeline, and it shows like bars. You can just click on it and move through this timeline, and then you can go up and down to zoom. Moving up and down will zoom, move like a left and right to zoom. So this is a very useful thing if you want to navigate through stuff. You will see like a default 3 tracks. I'm not working too much with audio. I'm mostly using in MIDI. In music, you can make music out of notes, or you can use, this is like a called MIDI, or you can use samples, which is just recorded short samples of audio, and arrange them to make the music. And you can manipulate them, change the pitch of it and all other things, but mostly what I'm doing things in MIDI. So let's delete all these tracks. I'm just selecting them and pressing delete button, and I'm going to keep like only one. Let's keep one, and it doesn't have anything set up right now. I need to assign instrument to this MIDI track. To pick the instruments, you go to this area, which has all instruments, plugins, and audio samples, and also you can add like all different effects. But let's go to instruments. You can go click here and pick any instrument, and let's do drums. Drums, the most of the fun with drums. I really like Ableton feature. Then you can select anything, and it will have like some sample to play to you, so you have more or less some sort of idea how your drums are going to sound. I don't know, let's pick something else, and you just get the drum what you like and drag and drop here. So, and you can see it's changed the name. Then you need to add the, I think it's called clip, to add notes to the drums. Let's select 4 bars. Let's select 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, right? You can just click options. Sorry, not options. You can click on create and then insert empty MIDI clip. And again, you can see here, you can use shortcut Ctrl+Shift+M, and it will add the empty clip to a selected area, and automatically it will open the editor at the bottom, which you can also collapse and extend. If you lost this editor in the bottom somehow, you can just double click on the here and it will open it. And then let's program drums. We have a kick drum here, and again there is another tip. By default, then you're clicking on things, doesn't play anything. There is like this icon, which is I guess headphones. You can click on it and it will preview sounds for you. So I like this this way. If you have a MIDI keyboard, you can play it on MIDI keyboard. I actually personally drawing everything with the mouse and keyboard. I'm not using MIDI keyboard or even like a keyboard to play music. To place notes, you need to switch to drawing mode, and to do this thing, it actually can help you here. So like it's giving you hints how you can manipulate stuff here. For example, pressing plus and minus, you can zoom in and zoom out, or page up or page down. It's like it gives you some information here. But to switch to edit mode, you press B button and you will see the little cursor here, and you can start drawing. And it's drawing like in sort of this like a repeat mode, and like if you click again, it will delete things. And if you want not to be a little bit longer, you just hover here, it will show like this square bracket, and you can extend the note, make it longer or shorter. It might be very tedious to do like this sort of thing again and again. You can change the resolution of the grid by pressing Ctrl+1 or Ctrl+2. So if I press Ctrl+1, it will increase the resolution of the grid, and here's it shows what is the resolution of the grid. And then if you press Ctrl+2, it will increase the resolution of the grid. So now you can easily add a bunch of kicks, and then you can play back by pressing play button. So you can hear there is a kick here. So let's change the tempo. It's 120, and you can just change it by pressing the left mouse button, and I guess you can just edit it. No, why it's not changing? Why I cannot change it? That's weird. Click here to assign a MIDI controller whole number. What is going on? Why can I change it? Oh, okay. I guess I accidentally did this thing and I cannot change it after this thing. Anyways, now I can change it. So you just hover and just move it up and down like 130. It's going to play a little bit faster. And yeah, let's have some fun programming it. So I'm going to increase the resolution here at the end, maybe. So now I'm pressing B, so B it's switching back and forth between drawing, Ctrl+Z, and selecting stuff. I can select now and move it like this. It would be a little bit more interesting. And maybe I will, let's do it like this. And like this. Now you can copy notes by like you can drag and drop them and copy them by pressing Ctrl. So you will see there is a plus sign here, which means it's you can copy. You can copy multiple stuff and Ctrl+Z. It sounds like this. Let's add a snare. So let's add snare on second and fourth beat. Just going to copy paste it. And now We can play things in the loop. We can just select this thing and put it around our clip and ask to play in the loop. So this button, and now it's going to play all the time in the loop. And let's add hi-hat. I don't know, let's add the claps here at the end. B. Now another thing, you can change the volume on stuff. So claps are a little bit loud, so I can make them quieter. And then okay, let's use this hi-hat and and I'm pretty sure they are going to be very loud. Yeah, so let's make quieter. And just to make it a little bit more interesting, let's add some hi-hats in 16th notes, and I can just do it randomly. Let's add somewhere just randomly. And just like at the end, let's make all of them 16th. I can select all notes by pressing here. So it's, you can see there is a blue things, and let's make it a little bit louder. And there is another thing, you can add randomization to velocity, to volume of each hi-hat. It makes it more interesting. So you press Control, and with mouse you can drag, and you will see this bluish tint thing, and it shows the range of randomization, and you can do it like a up or down. So let's do up, and here's it. You can also do sort of like a fine tuning of randomization. It adds like a 86 plus. So it's not very present here, just to make you be able to hear randomization in the hi-hat. So you can hear, and like, of course, not to overdo it. So it sounds a little bit more interesting. This is the drum. Let's add the bass line. Let's add another MIDI track. Right click and insert MIDI track, or Ctrl-Shift-T. Then select the range here, create empty MIDI track, or Ctrl-Shift-M. And let's do bass line. Let's do like a very simple bass line with quarter notes. So again, reduce the resolution, Ctrl-2, then press B to switch to draw mode. And because, oh wait a second, I forgot to add the instrument. So let's find the bass instrument, and we can do it also using the search. You can just type here bass, try to find different types of bass. I think this one is sounding pretty good. So we added the bass, and look, it switched to like an audio effect chain editor at the bottom, but I don't want to do anything right now with audio chain. I need to double click here to get to MIDI editor things, and like go back to audio, you can double click here. If I can double click, okay, and you can get back to this view. So we want to have a bass. Let's do it here. What chord progression we want? Let's do the simplest one. I know. Let's do 2-4-5. 2-4-5. now you can also change the volume, which is kind of a common thing. And you can see here that there is a red thing. It means the sound is clipping. Normally, then I'm making the track, I like to put like a very quiet. Initially, I would have like a lot of headroom to add the sound or remove the sound. So adding is easier. So let's go like this. Yeah. So this is the bass line. Let's add pads. MIDI track. Select the range. Create MIDI. Let's select some pads. I'm going just to search for them. Pad. Okay, I think this is fine. I did it very quickly. I did not look. Usually I look like for all these patches to find a good sounding pad. And there is another very great feature of Ableton. You can see multiple tracks at the same time in the piano roll editor. You can just select this clip and this clip, and here's it. You can see these two clips are selected and by color. So like top one is orange one and bottom one is yellow one, and then you can select orange one and it will edit orange things, or you can select yellow one and it will edit yellow things. There is another thing, it's called focus mode. It will hide and make it like a gray, the tracks which you are not editing. So it helps you if you kind of forgetting what kind of chord progression things, so you can edit multiple tracks, which is great. Let's do pads. Again, let's change the resolution. I'm not sure why pads are not playing. I think I drag and dropped it, right? I selected the wrong. Oops. Yeah, let me remove this guy. So select this thing and select this thing. Okay. And we are going to edit pads. Okay. So it's C, D, F, G, right? I can use copy paste. Do the D, and it's a D minor. C, D, F, and G. And for chords, it's kind of good idea to have them kind of clustered next to it. So I'm going to drop by octave down. And to do this thing, you can use keys. So you can go up and down, or if you press shift and key up and down, it will go octave up or down. And again, make it a little bit quieter. Let's make it quieter. Let's add the melody just for fun. Let's add another MIDI track, create the empty MIDI clip, and let's pick the lead instrument. I don't know. I'm not going to spend too much time picking things up. So we've got like a this guy, and let's select again 2 tracks and then focus mode. And let's just draw things. Oh, it's too loud. anyways, I think this is a kind of gist of how you do music on Ableton. Again, you can manipulate things, disable loop mode. You can now play around with these things. You can copy paste by holding Control, or there is another thing you can do, sort of loop mode. So if you drag, it will just repeat it automatically. And the good thing about this thing, it's kind of the link of the clip. If you modify this clip, it's going to be modified everywhere. So if, for example, you want to add like a symbols here, it's going to add symbols to everywhere. So you can see it's here, here, here automatically. Or of course you can copy stuff, just select things and hold Control and copy. In this case, they kind of become separated, and you can delete symbol here, and it's only deleted on this clip. You can copy these things like this, copy these things like this, and maybe for melody you can just copy it and then modify it later on. This is very simple way to edit your track. Then of course you can save stuff, and there is the things how to make the audio out of this thing. It's pressing export audio video. So press export audio video. It says render starts from what render length. I don't know why I did not select anything. Maybe if I select everything. So usually, oh yeah, so it's selected from 1 to 16. You can press export and it will make your audio. Yeah, and then you can play it from your browser and stuff. I do not know where did it go though. Where did it go? Desktop. Let's go to desktop. Oh, here we go. And you can play it from here now. Whatever. That's it. This is quick tutorial how to start using Ableton. There is multiple great resources which can help you to learn more about Ableton. Default documentation is pretty good. One thing, this area helps you a lot how to manipulate things. Of course, a lot of menu stuff have keyboard shortcuts, which is great to learn. And this thing, very great starter. So how to record the audio, how to create the beat, how to play software instrument. These free tutorials, very great starter. And of course, the standard documentation is very good. Go to read live manual. It's very detailed. I love it. You can just read through all these things and learn a lot of things. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.